Splitting a check or going in on a gift has never been easier thanks to digital payment apps. But you may not realize that teens and even preteens can get in on this digital cash exchange action. In today's Tech Check, Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson breaking down the options for kids. Good to see you, Amy. So do you think these apps are a good way for children to build financial literacy skills?
I think that's exactly what they are. When maybe they're not quite ready for a banking account, or even if they are, but this is just a good way because it's all debit only pretty much. So then you can give them money or they can earn money and then they can spend it in the real world.
And it's probably how they're going to be used to spend.
And they don't have to ask you for cash.
Right. Well, and you and I live in this hybrid world where there's still cash sometimes flowing, but for them that might not be the case as you look into the crystal ball.
And I think they feel cool to be able to use it. So I have some ideas for you.
All right, for younger kids, you recommend Apple Cash Family.
Yeah, so this is something that even those under 13 can use. I didn't realize this. What a great tool. So what happens is it's just a credit card. It's not a credit card. It's a cash card in their Apple wallet. So you have to be iOS for this. But what's great is it works like a debit card, even though it isn't. So it's not hooked to Visa or MasterCard or anything. It just looks like that. You can add money to it as a parent. They can use it anywhere that takes Apple Pay. So they can run into the convenience store and buy their gobstoppers. They can send money to their friend, and it's just wonderful because they don't have to ask you for cash, and they learn how to manage that money.
They have to have a phone, but they're able to use that phone then on their own.
Yeah, just at any store like an Apple Wallet. And here's a little pro tip for you.
What's that?
I didn't know I could do this either. But if you want to send money to someone in their Apple Cash account, you can just ask Siri to do it. And it takes one sentence. You say, hey, Siri, send Brooke $15 through Apple Cash.
Oh my gosh.
And it does give you a little verify.
My phone just lit up. No,
I know, your phone's like cha-ching. And you just say yes, and it just happens.
Okay, that's rad. So Siri is now our teller, our cash teller. Who is a Venmo teen account good for?
So this is the new offering. Venmo just recently has come out and said, okay, teens can now have a Venmo account. So this is for ages 13 to 17. The reason they have that 13 cutoff is it is tied to MasterCard. So it's a debit card. Kids get to pick their color. There's all different colors to make it fun. And then parents have some controls here. So you can monitor all their transactions. You can see their friends list. You can block users if you feel like you need to, and you can even lock that card if you feel like you need to. Now, I've recommended every time I've talked about Venmo to have your account private, so everyone doesn't need to know what you're spending money on, plus you can get hacked easily. So teen accounts are defaulted to private, so that's good. A parent can change that. If you want, I wouldn't.
Yeah, just keep it there.
Keep it private.
It's funny you say they can switch the digital face of their card. Do you remember what your first debit card was as a child? The design?
No.
You don't? Oh, I do. Pink daisies. I remember I was so proud, and I kept pink daisies up until a year ago when Mark switched us to Utah Jazz. Does he know me at all?
I still do it. I have like the ocean on,
on
one of my cards.
Well, nothing against the Jazz. Go Jazz. I just want to go back to my pink daisy cards. Yeah. Okay. You have an option for kids who might want to start investing.
Yes. So this is kind of the next level. Cash App. My college kids use Cash App a lot, even as much as Venmo. This way, they have even more customization. So they can invest in Bitcoin through it, and they can also invest in stocks.
Oh, these kids.
They can buy a stock in their favorite company and watch it either earn or lose money as they go on. Their debit cards are hooked to Visa, and they're even more customizable. They can do whatever they want. They can draw on them. They can do all sorts of things.
What kind of parental controls do you have in this app?
Similar to Venmo. So you do have those real-time transactions you can see. You can give them an allowance through it, which is nice. You can completely deactivate the card if you want. But what I do love is even though it has those investing opportunities, a parent has to give permission for that, and they can set a spending limit. So you can only spend $50 on Bitcoin. So
okay, but listen, there are some personalities. I can see some kids.
Yes.
Really, I have a younger sister who's really into investing, and it surprised us, but it kind of just suits her personality. Kids would really get into that.
It just gives them a little autonomy. They feel like they're doing it on their own, and they are, but you get to watch it all as it happens.
You're controlling it. Okay, you break it down further in your column this week?
Yeah, so if you want to sign up or anything, just Deseret.com/Amy.
Fun to think about, Amy. Thank you.